Hey guys, welcome to the video. FPL EJ's here. So today we're going to be talking about a recap of game week 3. So this game week I got 69 points after the end of this week. The highest point was 119, the average points was 54. My game week rank is now 864,302 and I've got one free transfer. As you can see over here, my overall points is 220. My overall rank is 867,830, as I mentioned before, out of the total of players. And yeah, so today we're just going to be discussing a bit about my week, like how my team went, my future plans, and then also additional things like transfer news or like discussing about Ronaldo and different plans. So stay around and stay tuned for this video. Alright, so obviously Sanchez, my goalkeeper, getting 2 points. Reasonable, happy. Obviously they didn't win though against Everton. I think it was a draw. Yeah, no, they lost 2-0 to Everton. Obviously 2 points is better than none, but yeah, but my defence I was really happy with. I played a 3-5-2 this week, and my 3 defenders all getting 6 points, which made me really happy. My Manchester United defender Luke Shaw got 6 points, Ruben Dias got 6 points, and Digne got 6 points as well. My midfielder I've got Grealish getting 6 points. I'll just talk about him a bit later. I've obviously got Salah. Not many people captained him. It was more Fernandes and an Antonio captain. I was actually meant to captain Antonio, but after the deadline I figured out I'd accidentally captain Salah, but I don't regret that. 20 points for me. I'm pretty happy with that. Mason Mount. Yeah, we've got further discussion. I'll talk about him later, but getting me 2 points at blank, and so was Benrahma, most transferred player in, getting me 2 points. It's alright. Mahrez obviously coming on late in the 65th minute. He played alright, got me an assist, didn't get obviously many points or minutes or anything. One of my only star player of in the game week 3 team of the week, Antonio. He got me 11 points. He's doing really well. He's got few points that obviously West Ham drew 2-2 to Crystal Palace. Him scoring and getting an assist was good, and then Ings getting me an assist was really good. Obviously -1 because of a yellow card, but still got 69 points. Could have been 70 or more. Each individual player had a few chances. Some I might mention later, but yeah, alright. So future plans for my team. Well, look, I've got a few players that I need to replace. I'm thinking about replacing Ben White because he's injured. He's got 75% chance of playing because of an illness. The players I'm looking to replace Ben White with is either Duffy, who's 4.1 million. Thinking about replacing him, even though I've only got one free transfer. Obviously, with the international break, I've got more time to think about this and all that, but you know, that's obviously a good plan. And then another player I want to replace is Sismakas. Obviously, I think Robertson's taken his spot back again now. 150k. He's had 150,000 transfers out, which is quite a lot, even though he's a good player when he was in. Players I'm thinking about replacing him for is Amati, who's extra 4.1. I reckon Amati and Duffy is a good change. If you agree with me, just let me know in the comments. If you got anyone else I could replace that is around that 4.1 or 4 million mark for defender, yeah, feel free to just comment below. Now discussing about future plans. Look, Bamford's one of a player that I'm considering to put in the midfield. I'm not sure. I have no plans on who I would place him with now, but he's got a few good fixtures. Even though there's a lot of good strikers in the game, he's got a few good fixtures. Some of his fixtures are heading from Liverpool this game week, Newcastle, then West Ham and Watford. You know, there's some good fixtures in there. And Benrahma's looking really solid, obviously. So he's someone definitely to consider in the future. But I'll probably hold off him at the moment. You know, just someone I would like to discuss about. You know, Benrahma's obviously a good player. I've got him in. Everyone's transferred him in. He just didn't get me points this week, blank, but that's alright. He's got me points, and we know what he's capable of. Obviously, alongside with Antonio, he's got good fixtures. Fixtures are Southampton, Man United, Leeds, and Brentford. So he's got a few good fixtures in there to get more points and assist, hopefully. So that's the plan with everyone. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with them. Now talking about Arsenal and Norwich players. You know, Arsenal and Norwich players. Obviously, those are the two, like, the worst teams at the moment, Norwich especially, but Arsenal are not looking too strong this season at the moment. You know, they've had hard fixtures, both of them, but they're just obviously not great teams. Arsenal's they're shocking at the moment, their defence and stuff. So to hold off not getting any Norwich or Arsenal players unless they're just a player to get on the bench. I've obviously got Benrahma right now, and no Norwich players. Not Benrahma, Ben White. So get Ben White out, you know. But yeah, hold off Arsenal Norwich players. I reckon it's a great tip because there's no point in getting them. Sisson McCass, you know, he's a great player, but yeah, obviously you've already discussed about him. We're gonna have to replace him. So yeah, there's a few players got to consider. Another player I would consider is I want to see how I can afford just to have Salah and CR7, both premium players in the same team. You know, CR7 obviously coming, Ronaldo coming to the game for Manchester United, having him up front. It's between him or Lukaku to get up the front. I would just have to see how Ronaldo plays with United back with different players, obviously, compared to last time he played for them and stuff. So, yeah, there's definitely things we're going to have to consider about there. But we'll see how if we can get them in. It must mean we'll have to have a few free transfers or lose some points to get them in. But, you know, that's part of the game. Talking about DCL on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, his injury news, yeah, look, he was a good player to almost consider. Obviously, he's got an injury now, so 75% chance of playing. I looked into it a bit, and yeah, he's set to miss England's internationals with his foot injury. And his training program is still restricted for Everton. And Benitez, I can't really pronounce that name, but for Brighton, coach waiting to make a decision on him. So yeah, obviously I was going to consider him. He's a great player. He takes penalties as well, which will get you extra points and stuff. But obviously can't at the moment because of his injury. He might be a thick player definitely to consider in the future. Obviously he can get easy points and he's a great striker. But obviously other strikers to consider as well. So we'll just see what we can work around there. And another discussion I've seen on Twitter lately is, can Ronaldo cover Greenwood? Obviously, Greenwood's been getting points. Obviously, this week he got a few points. He got a goal this week, and you know he's a great player, young player playing at the front. But obviously, Ronaldo coming in is going to be replacing. I reckon he'll be replacing Greenwood because obviously Ronaldo's not going to come in to not play. You know, so yeah, a lot of Twitter discussion on there. Get about, and if you haven't followed my Twitter yet, check it out. My username is FBLEJYT. Check it out. Give me a follow and just see whatever. And also another discussion we have, to talk about Mahrez and Grealish, which one we would have to replace. So obviously I want to keep Ruben Dias. We've got 3 Man City players. I want to get Ferran Torres in. Obviously he plays striker, filling in that number 9 spot for Man City at the moment, and I'd love to get him in there, and I'd love to see what I can do to get Torres in there at the moment. We know he can get points and he's getting goals and assists for Manchester City at the moment. Obviously because we didn't get Kane or Ronaldo, and he's replacing Sergio Aguero at the front there. So he's a great player to have. Grealish and Mahrez, which one to replace? I don't know. Obviously it would probably be at the Mahrez at the moment because he's not getting as many points. He's still a great player, but the Pep roulette, you never can trust it. But he's coming in at the 75th minute, game week 2, and then game week 3 coming in at the 65th minute. He's not getting much points for that. Grealish is starting right now. Grealish is looking really strong. His first touch, he's holding that ball up. He's working it around players. He's not losing that ball, and he just looks such a solid player at the moment. His vision's amazing. Obviously, that assist he got to Gabriel Jesus to finish it off on the weekend against Arsenal. It's great. So, yeah, if future plan to get Ferran Torres in, I wanted to do that probably in this. I've got a lot of players I need to get in with only 1 free transfer, so I'm either going to have to lose points or whatever, but I've got a few players I want to consider, you know. This video is going to go over a bit longer than the last one because, you know, I've got a bit more things to discuss, but it'd probably be Mahrez replacing at the moment. Obviously, the Pep roulette, he's not starting Mahrez for the last 2 weeks, and Grealish is having a real go. Grealish is looking really solid, and Pep did get angry at Grealish once, but I don't think that's enough to not make him start next week. So hopefully against whoever we got next week, next week we've got obviously next week we have Leicester, so yeah, we've got a few good hard fixtures. Man City, obviously a Man City fan. We've got Leicester, Southampton, Chelsea, Liverpool. So yeah, we've got a few tough fixtures, but we've definitely got the capability to be strong against them, especially Grealish and all that. Another player to discuss about would be Bruno to replace with Torres. People with Bruno Fernandes replacing him with Ferran Torres. There's another discussion happening on Twitter now. I found some of these discussion I've got written down in my notebook to cover about some of them from Twitter, to be honest. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, he's a great player, obviously getting a hat-trick first game week, but people thinking if he's not going to do that again, or if he's not going to get many points, obviously he's a great player, but signing Ronaldo now to take penalties and free kicks is another thing we have to consider, because we know Bruno is known as a pen merchant, whatever. Obviously I like to give my mates a bit of stick about that, but yeah, so he's another thing to really consider about. So I reckon Torres is obviously a great player at the moment. Everyone on Twitter is agreeing with me, I think. So yeah, to get Torres in, I think it would be great. Some people obviously want to know if they want to replace Ings with Ronaldo, Romelu Lukaku, and obviously that's a tough option. How much is Danny Ings? Is what he is 8.1 million. His price has gone up by 0.1. He's got added value to your team. He's a great player, obviously, seeing he's got 2 goals and assists out of 3 games he's played so far. He's started and got minutes for all of them. He's a really good player, but obviously if you can find the money and have that extra money, to get Lukaku, especially Ronaldo in there, would be obviously an ideal plan, really. Another player to talk about is to replace Tony with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, DCL's injury on the ankle, as we discussed earlier, it's something we have to take into consideration. And yeah, you'd have to keep miss on that one. There's definitely other players that can replace Tony. Couldn't tell you who at the moment, but there's definitely players that could replace him if you're looking at that budget mark. And we got the Reguilón discussion. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Tottenham defender. And Son and Dier, they're all good players. To have one of them to have out of them, Son's probably the go-to at the moment, obviously in the midfield getting goals, and he's just a great player. We all know what he's capable of, but his price is definitely more expensive than Dier and Reguilón, both defenders. So yeah, they're all good players and stuff to have. But you gotta, if you're gonna choose one, I would probably choose Son at the moment. Dier maybe take into consideration one day, and also Tanganga looking really strong out there. That's another great player to look into consideration about. So that's most of the questions. I've covered all the questions I have about that. But I'm looking to take Mount out, but I was thinking of replacing him with Ferran Torres, and then I've remembered that you can only have 3 Man City players in there. But yeah, look, my team's doing pretty well. I'm trying to get up the ranks as I go slowly. Obviously, having a shocker start game week 1 because I just didn't get my team right and stuff. But we've got a lot of good fixtures next week. Cover those fixtures quickly. We've got Crystal Palace versus Spurs on the Saturday. Then we've got Arsenal. This is all in Australian time. We've got Arsenal versus Norwich, Brentford versus Brighton, Leicester versus City, which will be a really good game. United versus Newcastle. Hoping Luke Shaw could get a clean sheet. Obviously, don't have any Newcastle players. Southampton versus West Ham. I hope Antonio Benrahma can do some damage against Southampton. I think they could. United didn't. We know Southampton are looking pretty solid at the moment. Obviously, United only beaten them 1-0, but drew to them 1-1. But yeah, so Wolves versus Watford will be a good game. Wolves should take that home, but don't have any of the players from each of them. Chelsea versus Aston Villa will be a great game with Danny Ings and Chelsea, Lukaku, but Chelsea will probably win that one. Hopefully Mount can do some damage for my sake. And yeah, so another game we have on Monday is Leeds versus Liverpool. That will be a great game. Hopefully, for my sake, that Bamford, Rafinha, and Dallas don't do any damage, because don't want them to get points for other people, But if you have them players, they're great players. Out of all 3 of them, Rafinha at the moment is really good on the right wing, but I would also take into consideration about Bamford. He's looking really good, strong in the middle, and he obviously got a goal against Burnley, and so yeah, Liverpool obviously really strong. Drew Chelsea 1-1. Another team to play on Tuesday is Burnley versus Everton. Should be a good game. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be out for that one, but yeah, we've got a few good games coming up this fixture after international break. So I think it is starting. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on about this international break. I have to look into that. Keep you guys posted on my Twitter if you got any, or you can see other people about it talking about it on the Twitter and all that. But yeah, yeah, stick by. If you like this video, just drop it a like, subscribe, turn on your noties so you don't miss an update. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my content. You know, try my best to just show you like as a small YouTuber just to start this start this channel up, and yeah, just discussing my FPL stuff as best quality as I can. Hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, just have a good time, and just good luck for game week 4, and yeah, see you later.